I love GoBrunch. I think I've been using it for, I put 2 or 3 years because I really couldn't remember, Richard. Time goes by so fast. It might be 3. It might be 3. So, and the story is interesting. Someone invited me to a meeting, and she said, click this link and I'm going to pick you up in my convertible and we're going to drive to the meeting to my office. I'm like, what are you talking about? And so that was amazing because that's exactly what happened. So she picked me up in her convertible and we were in a cool thing driving to her meeting or her office. And then we were in her office and then on the rooftop. And then she sent me home in a limo that drove along the beach. And that was Raven. And I didn't have any idea how on earth she did what she did, but it really opened my mind to how amazing something like this could even be outside of conventional, virtual conferencing platforms, right? So when I show you my rooms, you'll see these are rooms I created myself. I built I used AI to build my images in the style that I enjoyed. So this is my lobby. And, I have big plans for this lobby. So I don't use it very much, but you can see, I guess I should tell you what I'm bringing you into. This is what I call my Freedom Empire headquarters. Freedom Empire is the name of my company, and how I viewed this tool as a place to have rooms, various rooms like I would have if I had a headquarters, a physical building. So the lobby is the place where people may come initially and, they can move around here and, sit down here. And these buttons ideally will take you to various areas in the building. So this just has space for, 4 people to sit here on the couch and the chair. You can see kind of my style. I like the pop art. I like the comic book style. I like the flat 2D. So this is a room that I will use for webinars and things where I need this space for this many people. I think there's about 25, 30 people can fit in this room. And so I do a lot of teaching here when I have large groups of individuals. And then notice this room doesn't have any buttons in it because, again, I learned that, I can't have all the buttons all the time. But you probably know, if you're getting certified here, that you can click on all rooms and you can see these are all the various rooms that I've created. There's only a couple, I think it's like 11 or so. The boardroom, and actually, this is the very first room that I built in GoBrunch. This is actually the room that I built for that 3-day workshop that I was doing. And so I was able to put this together in a very short amount of time. It was right before my workshop. And the people who came, they loved it. They thought it was the coolest, cutest thing like ever. And so this is the OG. This is my very first room. So this is called the Old Fashioned Club. And this is a fun place to come for happy hour or things like that. You can sit behind the bar and, move around and everything. I am a musician and I play drums, I play bass. I'm now a DJ, a vinyl DJ specifically. I love vinyl. And so I built this because not only am I in a couple bands now, I'm in an all-girl funk band and I'm in this other like reggae style, fusion, psychedelic band. But I also teach young girls how to play music. I have a nonprofit called Girls Rock Phoenix. And the board members were all women, and we sometimes meet here in this room. So when we have our virtual meetings, I'll be like, let's meet instead of Zoom, let's meet, in the jam room. And this is a room I decided to create when I was like, I want to have like a virtual birthday party and I'm going to make a room in GoBrunch to do it. And so that's exactly what I did. And I invited whoever wanted to come. And we, Richard, we just pretty much came in here and hung out like for a couple of hours.
Right.
And just talked and had a great time and laughed and whatever. I mean, it was nothing other than just coming together to have a conversation. Then I turned 50 and I called the Kenyatta Palooza, and I had a big show here in Phoenix, but I did a virtual version. And now my birthday is next Sunday and I haven't planned to do this again. I bet some of you right now are looking at my rooms and based on, who you are behaviorally, you either identify with what this vibe is. I mean, it's very loud, it's very, colorful and creative, and there's a lot going on, right? Some people have told me like, oh my God, you have a lot going on in these rooms. And like my coffee shop, a lot of people will come to the coffee shop and they're like a, coffee shop, but you've got all these colors and this and that. And then other people have told me flat out, they're like, that's too much. I want a room that's like white or blue and clean lines and not a lot of stuff going on. And that's behavioral, right? Like what you see here is my brain, okay? It's how it works. It's how I see the world, and it's how I want to interact. So for some people that might be too much, air quote, and if anyone's ever told you you're too much or not enough, well, that's their own lens looking at you, right? So if I were designing a physical office space and I had unlimited income to do what I wanted with the physical space, it would probably look like this. And a person would be able to decide, again, upon walking into my headquarters, whether this was a person, because it represents me, that I want to work with or not. And you create your rooms in alignment with that. You create them for you, knowing that not every single person is going to align with that, and that is okay. But you can't create a room that everyone is going to love, because that's impossible. But make sure you love it.